Welcome to Profiletraders. This is Reza and you're listening to my market analysis for January the 19th. Basically, if you're in the business of trading this market, you have to understand that it is very much so the same as trading the dark middle circle of the black hole or the eye of a tornado. It is fast, it is furious, and it is devastating. And it is so wide range that I can't even fit everything into my screen. So we are going to go very briefly look at the daily chart to assess a little bit what is going on. What is going on is very simple. We have seen a significant drop pretty much straight from 2074 all the way to 1850. And because we are now very close to these two bottoms here, there is no question and doubt that we are encountering two series of trades down here. One, those who are satisfied with the colossal drop and are taking profit off the table because it is becoming so oversold that they say, you know what, if there is a rally back up to 1950 or 2000, we don't want to lose the handsome payout that was given into our hands very fast, very short term. And then you have those who believe that this is it, this was weakness in the market, it's the regular bargain hunting, that this is a fabulous time to get in, and they start to put in fresh capital at work at these lows. And the interaction between, of course, these two series that are short covering and those who are buying long term matched with those who are still very much so in the process of being liquidated because of margin calls, forced selling, lack of enthusiasm on holding any longer because they keep on holding and holding and holding against losses, hoping that one of these days we see 100 points rally up. They do not see that and they continue to liquidate. So the amount of forced liquidation with the other two reasons of buying confronting each other makes this retest of these two important lows a hell of a mess. In terms of trading style, you have to be very quick on your trades. You cannot at all, under no circumstance, get married to any side and stay any trade for too long because the reversals are very bad, and most of the time they don't retrace any longer into a Fibonacci level or whatever. They retrace entirely and some more. For example, this morning everybody came in, it was looking pretty darn good, very long range in the overnight to the upside. However, there were indication of some kind of weakness up there because we rotated for a while and then we rejected out of that rotation on a closing basis, which at that point made that whole point of control for the overnight as a very formidable resistance if price was going to go to it from the open. But that didn't even happen. As soon as the open took place, within the first hour or so, we pretty much almost retraced the entire overnight to the downside. And then later during the day we came down, broke for some more, trapped every single long that was positioned in the overnight when that overnight low below 1871 or 1870 half broke down, it was another hellish selling coming into the market until it did reach 1855, which I called, by the way, as the low for today, and then we bounced. So based on the location of the close, where we are very much so at the middle of today's range, nobody can say what will be next. All I know is the following. If we manage to break below 1870, I would not be surprised that we get one more push down to retest the will of this buyer who rejected price up from 1855. If we continue to remain above 1870, then still it's looking extremely bad, because we will have first to come up clear above 1896 today high. If we do that, then we are dealing with another series of resistance at the overnight point of control at 1901, and if we do break that, we should then go for a big resistance challenge at 1907 to 1910. So it is looking horrid, especially for a January, and especially going into earnings season. So be very careful with this market. My opinion to you is that select very strong resistance and very strong support, and exercise ultimate patience until price comes to those extreme support resistance levels, and only then conduct business from those levels. Anything else that you would pick of lesser importance will get run over, destroyed, and yourself alongside with it. Now let's quickly look at the price of crude. Looking again horribly bad, with a close at the very low of the day. Of course, the very latest news that has been bugging crude is that after Mr. Obama handed the mullahs 21 hostages in exchange for $400 billion and the right now to freely float the market with oil, that pressured the crude further down, because there is a supply bonanza. Every single Middle Eastern oil manufacturer or oil producer is desperate to sell as much oil as they can, way even below the market price that you are looking at, in order to raise cash and to pay for their economy, and for some, of course, to pay for their terrorist activities, but that's beyond the point. Therefore, today's close was again terribly bearish, with a close at the extreme low of the day, which cannot be more bearish than this. Again, I am not going to make prediction of how much of a downside we are having in hand, because at some point it is very clear that because oil being oil and everybody needing it, that it's not going to go to zero like a stock. So what is the price that market will judge that is cheap enough, that enough is enough on the downside and it's going to start to stabilize? That will only be shown to us if we do see a good day of 3-4 points rally on the way up, indicating that finally we are seeing significant interest from the buy side. As of right now, we are not seeing it whatsoever. So what will happen below a break of 29.30, that I cannot tell. I have to monitor it as it happens. All I know is that now, in terms of my resistance numbers, 30 is my first level of resistance. Past 30, I am looking at 30.70 as my next level of resistance, and third level of resistance will be between 31.20 to 31.40. So for anything even slightly bullish to happen, price has to come all the way and break above 31.40. Till we remain below 31.40, we are either going to continue to crash down or go into a sideways death zone of a buck up, buck down, buck and a half up, buck and a half down, like ES is doing. And of course tonight keep a very close eye on 29.34, because that's the low that if broken we have to monitor what kind of an earthquake we will or we will not have. As always, thank you for listening. This was Reza with Profiletraders. If you wish to get all my courses and 1-year membership to my trading room, get it from my website. The cost is $550 total with a 30 days money back guaranteed. To the next time.